Hey, in today's video, I'm going to talk about some sort of different thing, which I think everything that we do is all about mindset. How you look at the life is technically decides in which path your life will go. If you choose to believe you're never going to achieve things, or the things you dream are never going to come to you because they are in a very high places, then those things, if they had the chance to come to you, they're not going to come to you. And I don't mean this from the perspective of spirituality or having the universe believing in and it will kind of give you, but I believe in neuroscience, how your brain works. Because when you have an ultimate decisions, when you give decisions in your brain saying that after 10 years I'm going to drive a Porsche 911, and your brain starts to wonder what I can do today to get there in 10 years. And that single small decisions that you make is kind of like building up as a compound interest and takes you to the place that you always wanted it. You may not believe it, there are thousands of examples of people who started from the very bottom or were very minus and managed to still get to the level or the place they always dreamed of they wanted. I'm also one of those examples, and I think believing, and it's not wrong that they say that believing is basically doing half of the work, because if you believe fully, the next 50% is just your brain trying to put you in a correct path, and from there you're starting to do the right decisions, right work, and even if you don't reach your dream, you're going to be in a place where it will be far better than where you are now. And I want to show you something that a book that might change your mind, basically. It's this book. Now, I really enjoy reading books. I think in general, with this social medias and everything that we get into our lives, it kind of changed the informations that we're consuming to a very fast pace, which I think is not the wrong, not the best, because our brain is not a computer that can just absorb the information instantly, like in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. And this is a problem because you can't consume the information in 2 minutes, and that's why you are not gonna have this information. And that's why you have to keep reading and improving yourself when it comes to self-improvements, because otherwise I don't think you're gonna get far, because knowledge is basically everything in our current world. Now this book, it's one of my favorites. It's from Noah Kagan. The book is called $1 Million Weekend. Why I love this book? Because in most of the cases, we actually have this idea that having a business, being an entrepreneur, is one of the hardest things, and not everyone can do it. It's very complicated. You have to set these like bank account, tax offices, and go to create a company and everything. Now, in some cases, I do believe that, because in some countries, like I live in Germany, the bureaucracy is very hard and it makes everything harder. But I think it is not the point, and it was never the point, because as a human, we just love to create more excuses. But in this book, I love the mindset of Noah Kagan teaches you, saying that why you shouldn't make things in your head bigger, but rather do it regardless of the outcome and just try them. Because at the end of the day, many things is as simple as we see, and we just love to overcomplicate them, and which I think we shouldn't. And it's also worth to know that don't chase the money. I know this might sound cliche, this might sound wrong, but chasing money eventually will drain you out, will burn out, will give you a burnout, will give you a depression. Because chasing the physical things don't matter much, because eventually you're going to reach that level, and that's going to be like boring to you, and you want to go to the next level. Believe me, I've done that, I've been there. Because chasing physical things is like your life goal, let's say, is to buy your dream car. I can guarantee you that once you buy your dream car, it's not gonna sadly make you very happy, very proud. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna say that I achieved this. But after 2-3 weeks, a month or two, you're gonna start to realize that it wasn't something you wanted. So when you try to be an entrepreneur, be a documenter in your life on YouTube, a content creator, whatever you want to achieve in this life, I guess you should ask yourself why I am doing this. Why I'm gonna wake up or I'm gonna spend my extra time after work to do this. Because these questions are very crucial. They're gonna define why you're doing this or who you're doing this for, and they're gonna give you, or they're gonna give to your brain a logical answer. Because otherwise, if you just say, I just wanna wake up at 5 a.m. like these CEOs, and then, I don't know, do workout, and then drink my coffee, and then work and everything. So these not gonna work on you until you kind of like change your mindset and then say, I do this because I really want my family to be in a very better place. And that's a reason, to be honest. So before starting to do anything, just ask this simple question yourself and try to answer it. Because a lot of things are maybe not worth for you. And you don't want to do that thing. You just see the hype on the internet and everywhere, and you're just like, I have to do this, but in reality you do not have to. And I really recommend reading this book if you have extra time. It's gonna change your mindset a bit, and you'll understand why.